Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and it's Scrap Squad Sunday, so I hope you're having a lovely day. Today's scrap lift from Scrap Squad. For those of you who don't know me or aren't familiar with the series, it's a series I do just kind of on my own because I never want to miss any of the weekly scrap lifts, and I try to do as many of the cyber crops and the special lifts as I can. Um, but Scrap Squad is a group that every week, at least every week, and more often, lots of times, will put out a scrap lift for you to try, and they give you an album to upload your stuff, and there's a wonderful community that will comment and praise and make you feel good about everything you do there. And the staff of Scrap Squad actually do the lifts themselves and give them as examples. So there's that inspiration as well as the other members. So having said all of that, this is this week's lift. It's a fairly straightforward, simple design with a strip of pattern paper that's forming the stage for the major cluster here, and then there's a vertical element. There embellishments going up on a vertical line and down on that same line. With a little zigzagging and some extras there. Really, Kirei is wonderful with detail, and I just love how she's staggered the photos, and she has distressed the matting that's behind the photo. And I like the little, I don't the cute little yellow doily, and I just love the color scheme. And so it's not exactly monochromatic, but I decided to take the yellow kind of thing that's going on. Hers is yellow with a navy blue accent. Mine's going to be mostly pink with an aqua accent. I'm making a decidedly feminine page because the photos are of our family friend Sky, who is this twin, and her twin have graduated from high school and are off to college. So I grabbed these from her Instagram account and I filtered them, and I'm making this video before I have asked her permission to do this page, but I'm kind of doing it as a gift for her, thinking maybe, I'd frame it and she could put it in her dorm room or something. I don't know. Who knows? Her mom might want it. But it's the pictures were just too cute not to scrap. So, I'm sure you all know what I mean by that. Okay, so let's just start. I love that she has her journaling in these little, kind of ticket shaped bits, and they are also distressed. I've distressed the edges of this, and I may distress some of the embellishments, but I'm not sure. Not sure what to do. I'm going to build my vertical line with word strips, and I don't know how many of the ones I have here. I have a pile of stuff that I may or may not use. I don't know how many I will use, but let's just get started kind of pulling this together. I only have 2 photos, so it's not going to go out as far, so I have another element that I might add, and we shall see. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to do some splatters along that vertical line, and I hope they show. They may not. They may actually not show. Okay, so the splatters I'm creating, I have found, by the way, for those of you who do splatters and get frustrated that they kind of blend or bleed down into the paper and don't show, they're not very opaque. These distress oxides tend to be kind of opaque. And excuse me, I'm getting a phone call. Hey, I'm making a video. Can it wait a minute? Sure, sure, sure. No problem. Thanks for checking. Okay. Bye bye. I've been under the weather, and he was calling to check on me and asked me if it was okay for him to go to the gym. Would I be okay by myself? And my answer is I'm fine because I got y'all. Y'all are here. And let's see. I'm not gonna get real vivid with these. Anyway, as I was saying, the oxides kind of tend to settle on the top of the page. So you'll find that they are a little bit more opaque. At least that's been my experience. And I guess I'm going to just do that and put this here. And now I need to dry those, and this might take that off, and they may not be all that opaque after this. That's not too bad. That's about the level of subtlety that I kind of wanted. So that's okay. And you can't see it too well because of my really bad lighting. Anyway, it's subtle, but it's there. So when I was distressing this, I kind of cut down into it. So I'm going to put it like this because I plan to kind of do some embellishy things there. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to turn, when I put it down here, I'm going to turn these edges. Well, I probably shouldn't. I should do the bottom one. Probably shouldn't do okay, let me get this over here. These are kind of, I don't want them at too different. I don't want the angles to be too different, but I think maybe like that is good, and then I could probably do a word strip here. I'm going to put this on here, and then I think I'm going to have a kind of floral. I'm going to do my florals kind of like so. Little, yeah, they're different from Kirei's. Actually, I think I might do this. And then here, what I thought I'd do here is I'm going to put the doily down. And then I'll do this, maybe overlapping the photo and maybe up on a little foam there. And then I have this frame, a bramble fox frame, that fits this little part. I can frame that and you can still see the outside. This is some chipboard from Hip Kit Club. You can still see that. And then I may, now let me make sure that this isn't too much. I have this little tag here. And there is a tag in Kirei's, and I am not sure. I'll do that, and then down. Well, let's see. I don't want to do both of my big flowers there, so I'll do this. And I'll do a big one right here, maybe. And I may move this down so that I then can have this kind of like part of the flower cluster, if that makes sense. And then I'll bring some more flowers down here. And I think that's kind of going to be my basis, and then the rest of the stuff will fit in as it can. Oh, okay. So let's put the photos down. I'll actually put the doily down. Well, no, I'll put the photos down. Let's see here. I'm going to do this one kind of like so at a slight angle there. And then this one will be under it at a slight angle the other direction. And I think that's okay. Now, this should fit underneath. This doily, a lot of people ask me where I get these. I actually get them at my grocery store. They're in the section with the paper plates and stuff. So I was very happy to find them because they're very different, and they're in, I get several sizes of them. I'm gonna kind of go like this. And then I need liquid glue on this one. I'm kind of putting together what I showed you in dry fitting there, and I'm not really even thinking about what goes anywhere else. So let me get this on there straight so I don't drag glue around. And what I'm going to do there, here, is add a, if I put the butterfly right there, it kind of interferes with the photo. Let me get more glue where it will stick. I didn't quite get enough contact. There, and that should be plenty. Okay, and it's going to move around because it's liquid, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to move it back over to there and down to here and get a little bit of, and again, I still have that glue that I don't necessarily like. But I bought it, so I'm using it. And it doesn't make such a significant difference in the pages. So I'm going to put that right there. And then can this go like that? I think so. And I'm just going to put the glue right here on the end, on the corner of that frame. And I'm going to set the butterfly there. Okay, folks, that's not great. I'm lifting the frame and moving it around. So I'm probably not going to try to push that butterfly down until that glue has dried. Okay, so is my panel on straight? Is that, or does that need to be moved? Geesh. I almost have to look at it on the screen to see it straight, because when I look at it, when I'm looking down, I don't know why. I often don't recognize when I'm crooked. Okay, so this is messed up. Let's stop messing with things. All right, now I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do tape behind them so they stand up and have some dimension, and I'm probably going to mess with them a bit, like kind of curl them up a bit. I'm not going to distress around them. I kind of thought I might do that, but I've decided not to. And yes, I know that flower has kind of a purplish tinge to it, and that's okay with me. There's none of that color anywhere else in the page, and that's all right. I have several shades of pink, and this is just going to look like another one of them. So I'm going to put that right there, and then I will stick these guys under with a little glue. Maybe going out this way. And then I can maybe do some things. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there and have it go out a little bit. And this needs some foam. I like these outline flowers. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting things and not realizing it. That's probably the story of my life. Kind of bumbled through life. I'll let this one overlap, and maybe I might tuck it under there. If I tuck it under there, then it needs to be tucked under the photo as well. Not a hard and fast rule, it's just how I'm seeing this page at the moment. That's kind of my view of that. So I'm going to use one of these word strips from Bramble Fox right here. I'll put it on the blue. It says wonderful, and it's in one of my favorite Bramble Fox colors. This teal is just gorgeous. So I'm going to put it like that so you can see the middle of the flower. Okay, now we'll put this flower down here, and I don't want it down at the bottom. It's meant to go up here, and that's where I'll put it. I'm not sure about the tag. It may go somewhere else, or it may not make may not make the cut. I'm going to put this here. I know when I dry fitted, I put it down here, and I may extend some of these flowers kind of down like that, but I more than likely will kind of just leave that there and do, the tag could go right there. I want to use this circle bit right there because there's one in the original. Kirei has a little circle element, and I had these little metal circles are part of a sticker book, and it's gold, a lot of gold accents on the stickers. They're just phrase stickers. And so I'll show you what I did with those. Okay, I'm going to put this maybe right there. And then I've got these flowers, which are kind of, they're unique in that collection. There aren't any other similar flowers like, so I thought they could go. The title I want to use is Best Wishes, which is kind of, that signals the fact that I'm doing this as a gift for Sky and her sister. Let me let me see what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of lay those there, and I'm going to put some glue on this, and I'm going to commit and just put it down. I want to see what the right side of it is. There's a shiny side and there's a flat side. The flat side is a lighter pink. I kind of like the shiny side, so I think I'm going to stick it down. Kirei uses a lot of hearts on her layout, so that's what gave me the idea to go look for this tag. Okay, I need to get the bow out from under the glue, and I'll leave it like that. Okay, now if I have that as my title, I'm going to put this kind of right here. For the hell of it. I want to, I used my blue butterfly there. I meant to use a pink one there. Actually, you know what I could do? I'll use the butterfly somewhere else where the scale is better. And where that is where I'll put my hearts. My traditional overlapping hearts. I'll kind of place them right there so they stick right on that frame. Ooh, I'm glad I figured that out. I'm going to put this maybe right there. It kind of blends in, and that's good. That's a good thing. And I like that the color behind the words "our story" matched that flower perfectly. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I'm going to do a butterfly up here overlapping the title. So I need to get a bit of foam to go. Let me do it this way. I'll put the foam dot on the side that's going to stick to the paper, whereas this wing goes over the title. Okay, that works nicely. All right, and I have these little framey things. Let's see. I've got, I'm going to put this word strip that says "A New Beginning" right there because I have that space underneath the, and I have "Do What You Love." And I'm going to put that right there. And I have, I think, some tiny perspectives that would be good there. Let's see, I have some arrows that are kind of nice. Do I want any arrows there? This is a little tiny tag. That's cute. I have a pink arrow. Why don't I use my pink arrow? I need to reorder some Bramble Fox goodies, some of my basics, hearts and stars and arrows. I'll put that right there, and then I'll start kind of building down from there. I'm using the bicycle. I always use bicycles as a symbol for moving forward and ahead, traveling, seeing the world, adventure, excitement, all those happy things. I'm gonna do this right here over that photo. I have this little, and I think that might work there. That means this photo has a tab, has both tabs. So I'm going to go do this on this photo. Whoops, and I moved the title. Can't do that. I hate that that happens. And I'm not quite sure what to do about it. Let me get more glue on it. And looking at it, I may not have put any glue on it at all. You may know that. You may have known that before I did. So I love this mirror font, the mirrored perspective with that pretty script font. I let it go ahead and go over the butterfly's wing there because I don't want to rip it up and redo it. It's a laziness thing. And I'm going to put this butterfly. Let's see. I have two pink ones. I may want to put. I may actually want to put this blue one here, and then I'll put this pink one here. Okay. And those little stamp frames, I may end up not. Okay. Not sure. Oh, I wish this dried faster and didn't shine. And would stay in place. Okay. Now, let me get this one. Here. And I've got this that says adventure. I'm going to pull these off. See, this says adventure. Where did the rest of them go? I had some other word strips, I'm sure. Let's see. I'm going to put that right there. What? I guess that's all I had. I sure could have sworn I had more. So I'm going to put this flower up here kind of as part of the vertical thing, and I'm going to put this circly perspective that says explore, and to make it part of the cluster, I'm going to underlap both the flower and the butterfly. Okay. Hopefully this will stick and not move out of place. Kind of go like that. Okay, and this flower, I'm going to put maybe over here as part of this word strip. And Kirei used enamel dots to kind of accent where there were smaller embellishments, and I'm going to use both enamel dots and a few sequins, not a lot. And I'm going to go with a light pink small one. Okay, so that works there. And then up here, I might actually do green. And I only have that one size of green. And over maybe here, where? Maybe right there, I'll put another green one. I'm kind of placing these carefully. I have a couple small ones that I can put around the floral clusters. Right there. Okay, and I don't think I need these, so they go back in the bucket. And I do have one pink heart that, even though I have my standard signature overlapping hearts, I want to put and I have these hearts. I want to add another, oh my gosh, I've got backing on both sides. There's backing and fronting. Okay, let me, where do I want this? Ah, right here. Perfect to go in that little circle. Okay, I'm done, and I thank you for watching, and I hope Sky loves the page. So, happy Scrap Squad Sunday, everyone. Bye.